Whoa. Okay. Hey guys, it's Jim at Co-op Motorworks in Motorhome Rehab Ranch, and Eleganza has figured out where the heater is. I didn't want to know what the temperature was this morning, but Scarlett told me it's 41 degrees in Florida. Dude, that's too cold in Florida. So I'm gonna get here a little bit. It's all right, don't put that on. Check this out, guys. What do you think? All right, so Vitex hit. Listen, we're very excited this morning. We did a video that really got us going about some comments that you guys have put out. You're really doing it to it. I appreciate it. It's really giving us some good input, and you're getting some good things out. And we had two comments. We were looking through the YouTube. Is that where we were at? The YouTube comments. Don't worry, Patreon guys. I'm looking at yours too. But the YouTubers, the last video we were talking about how to do electrical things and how to find things. I mean, not electrical things. How to restore your coach and where to start and all that kind of stuff. And the last one I talked about was we'll get into the interior. Okay. So the comment was, what about the electrical in the coach? What should I look at? What should I get rid of? What should I keep? You know, what new stuff's out there, things like that. Well, man, that's such a good question. We just stopped it right there and said, let's talk. All right. So yeah, that's a really good question because, man, everything in there was put in 1970, whatever, you know? I mean, you know, I was laughing at it. You know, it's good. So what are you going to do? All right, electrical system. Just real quick, just a couple of them. Just gonna hit on them. All right, 110 electrical system. Let's do that one real quick. That's an easy one. The breaker box. Throw it out. It's so easy. You can go to Home Depot for 50 bucks or something. You can buy a whole new electrical box with all new breakers. Remember, in your house, they tell you to change the breakers. Matter of fact, if you get good insurance, they ask you how old the breakers are. Look, change all that shit. Get it where you can change the breakers if you're in Namibia somewhere and you need to go and get a breaker. Go to Home Depot or Lowe's or whatever your favorite place is. Buy a breaker panel that handles the thing. Take everything off the wall. You know that coming in, the two wires are hot. And just rewire the thing. Put in new breakers, okay? Done, right? All the outlets. Now, you guys that have a Coachman, a Royale, those are Scotchlok 110 outlets. Take the screw out and look at it. It'll scare you. My personal biased, subjective opinion, you need to hang each one of those and make a thing coming off your gutter. The water comes down. Because really, when I was at when I trained the installers at Circuit City, I'd get a new guy come in, have him in his box. They're going to go through everything. We're going to inspect. Okay, he's ready to work. All right. Do you meet inspection? So I go through his box. Any Scotchlok that I find in that box, I throw it away. Count how many I'm throwing away, and watch him. He's going, what? Anything in your coach is a Scotchlok. Now we're in 12 volt. Any Scotchlok in your coach should be taken out. You say, what's a Scotchlok? You know, we didn't even remember. You guys know what a Scotchlok is. If you don't know what a Scotchlok is, look, really, call me, or I'll tell you what, tomorrow on my daily pose, I'll put up a picture of a Scotchlok. Remind me that in the morning. Okay? But Scotchlocks are bad juju because it's an open circuit ready to happen. It can't help but fail. It will work when you put it in, but it will fail. So if you want to do yourself a favor in your 12 volt electrical system, take every Scotchlok and take it out. Now you may take out that circuit later and find it is stupid, but you can do one thing with a beer in your hand and go through and take every Scotchlok out right now. Okay? So in 12 volts, in the living area. It's a glass fuse thing. Pitch it. You can go to any auto parts store. You can buy a 12-position plug-in fuse. You know, they're called ATC fuses, but they're colored. You know, the 20 amp or yellow, right? So change that. Now the wires are good. The wires are actually 12 gauge. And if they're not pinched, okay, on the guys that have Coachman, all the white wires, you'll see them on one bus bar. All the white wires are grounds. Well, except for the ones that aren't. You'll see a white wire or two over in the hot side. But generally speaking, your coach is wired discrete. Discrete means that there's a positive and a negative to each appliance, each item, each light, whatever. And they're all centered into that one big bus bar that has all the yellow wires, and that's grounded. Okay, that's called a discrete system. Now, you guys with a GM floor plan, right, with the kitchen straight ahead when you walk in, your system, again, all the wires in there, if you find a wire, all the wires usually are, grounds are black, except for the ones that aren't. You'll look in the main circuit box and there's a black wire. Okay? All right, whatever, but most of them you'll find that are black, right? So that's a common ground system. So every appliance has a single wire going to it and it's grounded. Now, that whole circuit might have wires and they all go to one point, but it's a negative ground. It's a common ground system. Now, you guys with 73 and 74 motorhomes, the stereo system is common ground. Each speaker only has one wire from the radio and the speaker's grounded. All radios that you have today are all floating ground. They have a positive and they have a negative, and each one of those has to go to the radio. So, if you have a 73 or a 74 and you're going to rewire the 12 volt, figure the speakers in there too. You're going to run wires to the bedroom. You're going to run new. What I do is I run wires to the bedroom, 2 wires in the main area, 2 wires from low in the side panels, and 2 wires from the original up high. So you got all of them coming to a bundle in the middle. Okay. All right. So electrical system in 12 volt. It just depends on how far you want to go. When we're doing some of the big restorations we're doing out here, we get rid of the fuse box in the living area completely. We just get rid of it completely, take it out. Okay? We put in a new panel with the plug-in ATC fuses and the wires and the whole thing. But you got to understand, that's a massive amount of labor. The unit's a couple, $300. Massive amount of labor. It means you're going to strip the coach completely. Strip the coach completely. That's what I got excited today about, because the next video we're going to do is for all you guys that are going to gut the coach. I didn't plan it, I swear. Hang on. Same dude. 540, I'll call you back. Well, I'll tell you what, hang on. Hey, who's this? Harold, do me a favor. I saw you called before. Today is video day, and I'm doing a video right now. You're in a video, so say hi. Can you give... I will call you right back as soon as the video's over, okay? Perfect. All right. Bye-bye. That's a twofer. I get to answer 2 calls at once. Okay, so where were we? We were on 12 volt. Depends on how deep you want to go. All right. Again, the wires are good. The wiring is good. The problem is the appliances are outdated. The air conditioner sucks. The fuse box, you know, you got to move fuses around. It's true. But you know, here's the thing. If you go to the fuse box with some tuner cleaner and clean it up and some double steel wool and clean the prongs on each one and clean it all up real good and put new fuses in there, you'll be surprised that a glass fuse system will work just fine. And the wires are just fine. And the UAW dude, Bubba and Scooter that wired it, did just fine. How far do you want to go? Today is ATC fuses. Yes, they're easier to change. Yes, they're easier to check. Yes, everything new uses them. And yes, we put them in. You make that decision, okay? To start a 12-volt system, just take every wire and trace it. And if it's not a factory wire, take it out. Throw it away. Put it in a box. Matter of fact, put it in a box so when you get finished, you'll see all the good intentions, 45 years of good intentions, because 12 volts won't kill you, it's on fuse, right? Well, let's just rig that baby up. Got those air horns, let's take that out. The Dixie horns got to go. You know, all that stuff. Take each wire out. Teach each thing out. Take it all out. You're going to restore this thing. Take it all out. Now, if you'll do that, if you have ghosts in the machine, things that are happening you don't understand, it'll amazingly just go away. Because the daggone thing factory worked really good. So, take it all out. Okay? All right, well look, we've really burnt some tape or video or bytes or whatever they call it today. So I appreciate you coming. If you're interested in having fun with this, listen, become a ranch hand. Okay, I appreciate it. We're working on a patch. I didn't want to bring that. I have to. We're going to come up with a ranch hand patch. Why don't you give me some suggestions? There we go. Why don't you draw something on a napkin and take a picture of it and shoot it to me or something. I like, because we want to make a ranch hand patch so you can have a place, you know, each ranch hand will have something special. I'm thinking patches. The Scouts, you know, we love patches. You know, merit badges. Hey, that's something. Maybe merit badges for talking about fixing on things, you know. Too much excitement today. I got 2 doctor's appointments. I got to get ready. All right. Listen, we'll see you later. See you on the next video. Bye-bye.